Hey guys. Oh man, I just got out of my meditation and I have this amazing thought about goals and our expectations of ourselves and what that means. So, what happens if we have an idea of where we think our lives should be, or what we think is going to be good for us, or what we think we want, and we set a goal to try to go for it, but our heart is like, no, that's not for you, you really want this. And so we don't meet that goal, or through some other means, maybe we need to go through we need to go through life in a different direction for a little while before we're ready for that goal to be met. Or maybe that goal is just what we're trying to achieve isn't aligned with who we really are and who we're allowing to be expressed yet. So no matter what we do, we can't reach that goal. So those are multiple different reasons why a goal wouldn't be reached. So what happens when that happens? What do you like? I want you to be really honest with yourself and really connect with how you treat yourself and what you say to yourself and what happens when an expectation or a goal that you have isn't met. I don't think that anybody who ever has a goal set can say that all of their goals are always met. And then it just what do you do when you don't meet that goal? Do you keep trying to make that goal? Do you keep striving to do something that is obviously not in your best interest? I mean, every single one of the reasons that I talked about was a reason that pretty much states this goal is not in your best interest right now. So anytime a goal is being met, it's because it's not in your best interest in this moment. That something else needs to occur before that can happen, or that goal isn't even meant for you. That something better and amazing is meant for you. So really think about this, because our whole society is goal driven. Even amazing Tony Robbins is so big on goals and teaching you on how to achieve your goals. So really think about what you do when you don't reach those goals. Like, what if your heart is trying to guide you somewhere else? Guide you towards connecting and allowing yourself to emerge more. Guiding you through a different course of action. Guiding you towards what it is that you actually want instead of what you think that you're supposed to want. I mean, everything that I'm saying right now pretty much says that goals are obsolete. That they do so much more damage than good. And you can be watching this and being like, well, I made a goal and I was able to meet it and it was amazing. Well, that's because it was in your best interest that you were supposed to meet that goal. I'm not saying that we shouldn't push ourselves, but what if our only intention every single time we woke up our only goal was to follow our heart, to honor our bodies, to listen to our guidance system, and to allow ourselves to expand and emerge? What if those 4 intentions and those 4 things were the only thing that allowed us to, that were our goals? And say we have an inspiration to get something done at a reasonable amount of time, then that's pushing ourselves, and that's awesome. That's so different. It feels so different than I'm going to do this and have no basis or have the only basis of this goal be somebody else's expectation or somebody else's idea of how life should be. Just have all of the basis of this goal that you have be purely logical. It's got to be from your heart. And then what happens if you don't meet that goal? What happens? What do you say to yourself? How do you treat yourself? How do you feel about yourself? Be really honest. There are little micro goals that I make throughout the day, by this time I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go to the park, and I do it without even thinking. And half the time I don't meet them, and by the end of the day I'm just like, damn, I didn't do half of the stuff that I wanted to do. And because I am making all of these expectations and goals on myself, I'm not thinking about what I actually did. Because I'm so focused on what I didn't accomplish. So what I'm feeling like doing right now is just ridding goals from my freaking life. And on all levels, waking up with those 4 intentions and that be that. Because this whole goal thing is not working for me. And it might work for you, but if it does work for you, it's because the goals that you're setting are from your heart. You're being inspired, and they are in your best interest. And I still really have a hard time believing that you meet every single one of your goals. And on top of that, I have a really hard time believing that when you don't meet one of those goals, everybody is so different, so I can't assume anything. But I just want you to be really honest with yourself. So, that was the revelation that I had just now. right before I wasn't even gonna record this. I was just gonna go to bed because I'm really tired. But I was just like, all of these thoughts that are going on in my head, I think it's really important that I talk about this. Because I bet that the person watching this has a lot of things that they want to accomplish. And some of those things that you might want to accomplish, you might not be ready to experience. You might need to allow yourself to emerge more. Or you might be completely in your mind and your heart is trying to guide you somewhere else. And that's really exciting. Because now you can really connect to your body and connect to what your heart really is trying to guide you to. And it's quite possible that you can finally achieve that goal. Or you can realize what it is that your heart really wants to do. And then you can go for that. And you're going to reach that so much faster than striving for a goal that isn't in your best interest. I got my card deck designed in like 3 days. When I finally sat down and decided that it was something that I was going to do. In less than a month, I had all of the content. And now I have it printed. Something that I've literally been working on for over 2 years is in my hands, all within less than 2 months' time. Because I decided, because I realized this is what I really wanted to do, and I went for it. And I didn't set any goals. There were no goals. There were only, well, that would be nice to have my deck for my class. So I'm going to try to get my deck done for my class. There were no goals. There was nothing. It was all heart. It was all, this feels good. So what feels good? Stop letting society lead you. Go with what feels. Go with what's in here. Have a wonderful night, you guys. Or day. Whatever you are. I love you. It's an honor to serve.